Have you ever noticed when the president of the Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, is seen in the news, he's usually wearing a shirt, a sweatshirt, or something else with this symbol on it? It's the Ukrainian small coat of arms, and in this video, I'm going to explain the cool symbolism behind it and why it's so awesome that Zelensky has chosen to wear this symbol. Давайте начнем. Всем привет, меня зовут Jared, я делаю русский язык легким. Hey everybody, my name's Jared and I make the Russian language easy. Today's Friday, which means instead of doing grammar or vocabulary, we are going to be focusing on some sort of historical or cultural event. And as mentioned in the intro, I'm going to talk about the Ukrainian coat of arms. I lived in Ukraine from 1992 to 1994. I spent most of my time in the Donetsk region. And while I was living in Donetsk, someone explained to me what the Ukrainian small coat of arms means. And I'm going to explain that to you now, how it was explained to me. If you'll notice, right here, this side represents the letter V. This area here represents the letter O. This represents the letter L. And this over here represents the letter Ya. Put all those together, and in Russian you get volya, which means will, like you have to have the will to get it done, or God's will. But in Ukrainian, volya actually means freedom or liberty. And I thought that was really cool, and obviously today it takes on a little bit more meaning given current events. Hey you guys, if you're getting value out of the video, smash that like button, I really appreciate it. Now, in reality, that explanation that was given to me is likely more of a patriotic tale told to children than based on historical facts. The sign first appeared on coins made by Volodymyr the Great, and he lived from 980 to 1015. And the sign on the coins likely came from a family coat of arms or some sort of family significance there, which he was putting on the coins because he ruled at that time. Today, it's often referred to as the trident, or in Ukrainian, it's called the truzba, and historians believe that the trident probably has historical representation here. You see each of the 3 points, and they think that that has symbolism of the Christian Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the Trinity. They also think that the overall design came from a popular sport back in those times, which was falconing or hunting those type of birds, and the sign comes from a diving falcon. Now, this isn't 100% provable, but that's just kind of what historians think today. The design in its current form was created by Vasily Grigorovich Kristevsky. It was officially adopted as the Ukrainian sign in 1918, and it quickly became popular partly because it was seen on all of their banknotes or their money. But that was short-lived because between 1919 and 1922, the Russian army came in, took over because it wasn't part of the Russian propaganda. They outlawed that symbol in the Ukrainian language and a bunch of other nationalistic items there, and so it kind of fell out of favor. But it started to make a resurgence in the 1980s when there was a push for independence from Russia. Now, we previously referred to this as the trident, and if you'll notice the 3 fingers kind of has that same little trident sign, the 2 smaller stacks and then the 1 larger point up here. And so people started to raise their hand as 3 fingers in solidarity with the movement, referring to the trident, meaning independence from Russia. Obviously, the protests in the 1980s weren't successful because communism fell in 1991, and that's when Ukraine officially broke away and gained its independence. In February of '92, it was again adopted as Ukraine's official small seal. That, the flag, and the Constitution are really the only 3 official symbols of the Ukrainian state as of today. But I think given this historical context, you can better understand the meaning and the significance behind this sign and why President Zelensky has chosen to use it as a symbol anytime he appears in public. It has a long historical meaning of representing independence and freedom for the Ukrainian people. I love how it's quoted on one current Ukrainian website where they say, "Today it symbolizes the long-standing struggle of Ukrainians for independence and freedom." I think that's great. And I really like how it was originally explained to me in the Ukraine, that volya means freedom and independence. And even if that wasn't the official intent or meaning behind the creation of this symbol, maybe it will take on that interpretation as we go throughout current events. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the little historical context there. If you want to learn Russian, subscribe to the video so that you get my updates. Mondays is vocabulary, Wednesdays is grammar, and Fridays is cultural tidbits, something fun, kind of like we did today. So be sure and subscribe to the channel. Ну хорошо, это все. Спасибо и увидимся.